And sorry for the late start, folks. We had some technical difficulties here on the sports block. Here's what you missed here. We had Marvin Wilson knock down a big three to start the game off. And as of now, Panther Creek is leading the Mustangs 5-3. So we see here another three jacked up by Panther Creek, and it's good. Number 11, David Robertson, has 6 points already in this game, hitting 2 big threes. Marvin Wilson running the ball. Quentin Ray dumps it in the middle to Ray King. He goes in and gets a nice layup to go. Robertson takes the ball whole length of the court. Shots off, ball out of bounds. Middle Creek here to inbound now.
Robertson really trying to get in those, big throws, those big nets, trying to get in for the threes.
Absolutely. We've seen 2 threes by him already. Middle Creek's going to have to defend the threes. Probably one of the key three-pointers for the Catamounts. Quentin Ray gets a good putback bucket to go and almost comes up with the steal. Good pressure put on by Ray. Williams kicks it out. Gallagher to Robertson. Robertson guarded hard by Quentin Ray. Gallagher takes it in and gets the offensive foul. Good awareness by Brandon Hooks to pick up the charge and give Gallagher his first foul of the game.
Middle Creek has really tried to go hard in this game. They know that Panther Creek has a good defense, and both teams are really trying to break up the defense, trying to get some open players.
John Moore kicks it to Quentin Ray. He looks to drive, goes in, kicks it to Moore. Can't get the layup to go. Gallagher looks to push, dumps it down low to Span, and he gets a good layup. John Moore running the point guard for the Mustangs. Calls his play. Gets it to Wilson on the wing. Screen put on by Hooks. Marvin Wilson for 3. It's good. That's 6 points for him also. Great shooting start by Wilson. We've seen in games past he can't really get the 3 to knock down, but tonight he's come out strong and gotten his 3s to go.
I think he knows that he really needs those 3s against Middle Creek.
Panther Creek.
Excuse me.
Battle of the Creeks here. Good defense by Quentin Ray, getting the 5-second call on Robertson. So that's a turnover for the Catamounts, giving the ball back to the Mustangs. Here with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Middle Creek has a 4-point lead over the Catamounts, and a little miscommunication from Quentin Ray to John Moore. Quentin tried to lob the pass over, but John Moore missed the assignment and was not in the right spot for that play.
That just happens when you have a really strong opposing defense going at you. Always trying to find those open players, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
John Moore with some fancy moves on, takes it all the way down the court and gets fouled. Foul called on number 42, I believe. Span. And a correction on the foul. It's David Robertson with his first foul of the game. John Moore on to take 2 shots here for the Mustangs. First shot off the back of the rim, no good. The Mustangs still with a 4-point lead over Panther Creek with about 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Hopefully these free throws will gain them more of a lead over Panther Creek.
Moore's second shot is off the back of the rim. Ball out of bounds by Nate Fleming, who just checked into the game. Marvin Wilson with some great defense there, getting the ball off the leg of Robertson. We've seen both teams, have a great defense.
Right.
Middle Creek's really coming out and showing they have the better defense here.
I think it's no question that both teams have a good defense. I think tonight's game is all going to be about who's going to step up at the offense.
Wilson inbounds to Moore, who brings it up the floor, guarded by Williams, and a foul called on Williams, his first. So Nate Otto on to inbound the ball. That's Williams' second foul of the game. John Moore dumps down low to Fleming, but the pass is rejected by the Catamounts.
A little scoring update for you. Fuquay is really taking it to Green Hope, and they're going 21-5. So,
wow.
Yeah, Fuquay is getting a really good lead against Green Hope.
Marvin Wilson looked to get the pass to Fleming. He probably should have just taken that up himself. And you said Fuquay was really taking it to Green Hope. Next Tuesday, our Mustangs have the Falcons here. And, we really took it to Fuquay, so might be interesting when we meet the Falcons of Green Hope.
Definitely, Fuquay is really looking to come back up in the Tri-9.
John Moore gets it to Kamari Bobbitt. Moore steps up for three, off rim, put back, no good by Nate Fleming. And the Catamounts look to push up the floor. Gallagher gets it on the wing, looking for a pass. And turnover by the Catamounts. That's number 3, Trey David, off his knee. Once again, another turnover for the Catamounts. We've seen them start to add up here. They need to look to limit those and their success in this game. So Marvin Wilson running point, and a foul called on Trey David. Maybe a little frustration foul on his part. Kind of frustrated.
I think so. Yeah, there was a little fumble for the ball there. It looked like he really wanted to get that ball.
Wilson inbounds to Ray. Takes it all the way down, and another foul is called here on the floor. Let's await the call and see. Foul is once again called on number 3, Trey David, his second. 2 quick fouls like that, you really don't need those, especially so early in the game.
Right, I think the beginning part of this game is really about points, who can gain the lead and who can start on that path to winning.
Rayshawn King just entered the game for Kamari Bobbitt.
Rayshawn King being one of the rebound leaders for Middle Creek. Hopefully he can get those good rebounds when Panther Creek is trying to get in those twos.
Which is really interesting because Ray's one of the smaller guys on the team, and to be leading the team in rebounds it's
pretty odd.
It's a great stat to have.
Whatever you're good at, you do it.
He's averaging 5 a game, so certainly a great stat to have for such a little guy. There's a big block by Keys. And David running the fast break, puts on a nifty move to get by a Mustang defender. Cuts the Catamount lead. Mustang lead, I should say, to 2 with about 20 seconds left to go in the first. The Mustangs look to take some time off the clock here. Quentin Ray and Marvin Wilson playing a little pitch and catch. Getting Nate Otto into the mix. Marvin Wilson drives, pulls up, double teamed. Ball taken away by Robertson, but the horn sounds at the end of the first quarter. Mustangs lead 12-10. We've seen some great Great defense by both teams here. You know, they need to look for the offenses to kind of get jump started and you know, look to, you know, Middle Creek, they run the fast break pretty well in earlier games. Seems like Panther Creek has really come here tonight looking to push the ball and get in close to the basket and get the easy 2 points.
Definitely, Middle Creek does seem tonight more like a rock steady team. You know, they're not really moving as much as Panther Creek, but they are getting those defenses in there. They're really, you know, being solid and not letting Panther Creek get those twos, putting a lot of pressure on them.
And you know, on the other side of the ball, Panther Creek has some numerous turnovers so far, and you know, they need to look to limit those because turnovers can really make or break a team in the long run.
Right. And the thing with turnovers is you really need the ball, and those turnovers really help. If you can get a foul in there, or if you know, you can get a turnover, it's great because you can get towards the net and you can do your thing.
Panther Creek starting with the ball here. Span with a good screen. Robertson dumps it down low to Gallagher. He kicks it back out to Robertson. Span with the ball at the elbow. Mustangs in a 2-3 zone, not letting Panther Creek get down low with the ball. Span with a good screen on Marvin Wilson. Wilson with some great defense on David, and a foul called on number 4, Marvin Wilson. His first of the game. And you know, the 2-3 defense by Middle Creek, or by any team, you know, it's such a hard defense to break because it's you know, it's a lot of moving players and you really crowd up down low.
You really got to stay focused, especially with these two teams. Like we said before, they have really strong defenses. You really got to know what you want to do.
And Rayshawn King just picked up his first foul on a over the back call, trying to get the rebound. So David inbounding the ball. Long pass to Gallagher, who gets it back to David, doing most of the point guard duties. Great defense by Wilson, kicks it up to Ray, who looks down low, kicks it to Rayshawn with an easy layup to go.
That was a good move. That was a long pass to a great layup.
Definitely the fast break I had just talked about in motion. And there's Robertson for 3. Air ball, not what he wants to see. And John Moore gets it to Rayshawn King down low. And another great post move by King.
You know, Rayshawn King is a really star player when it comes being close to the net.
Absolutely. So Robertson looks to drive, kicks it down low to Keys, and a foul and 1. Gets the bucket to go. Cutting the deficit for the Catamounts to 4 now. And with this free throw, and cut it to 3. Foul is called on number 33, Brandon Hooks, his first of the game. So with a little help of the backboard, Keys gets the free throw to go. Cutting the Mustang lead to 3 now. And the full court pressure put on by the Catamounts. John Moore bringing it up the floor. Running the offense for the Mustangs, calling the play out. Gets it down low to Ray. Out to Hooks. John Moore with a runner. Can't get the bucket to go. Brandon Hooks goes up for the dunk, but is fouled.
It seems Panther Creek is really trying to get their defense back in play. They've had a hard defense coming out of the gate, but now, you know, it seems like Middle Creek is really breaking it up, really getting those shots in there.
A little scoring update. We got Cary 25-11 over Lee County. So, you know, Cary kind of down there in the standings with Lee County. A good matchup They're pretty even teams, I should say. And we just had Cary on Tuesday, and the Mustangs came away with the easy win. Quentin Way fighting for the rebound, goes up, and I think the shot was deflected off a Catamount, so the Mustangs will keep the ball. Quentin Ray looking to inbound. Long pass out to John Moore, stolen. And John Moore called for the foul. McLean went up for what he thought would be an easy layup, but John Moore trying to deflect the ball there, gets a foul called. And it's not always a bad foul to take in the fast break if he comes up and misses, as he just did. Can prove to be a good foul taken by Moore, limiting the Catamounts to only 1, maybe no points.
It's really a gamble.
Second shot by McLean is good. So the Mustangs hold a 3-point lead here with about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. John Moore trying to get by Shepard, but Shepard's called for the foul. And that's the 7th team foul by the Catamounts, so John Moore will step to the line for 1-1.
Hopefully this time John Moore can make a couple free throws. Like last time, he unfortunately did not make any. Hopefully this time he can get some in the net.
As we await Moore's first shot, it's up, and good call, Austin. It's good. Free throws as well as turnovers kill a team or help a team in the final minutes of a game. Those 1 or 2 point losses by teams are caused by, most of the time, free throws. Teams not executing that and suffering because of the fact.
Well, fortunately for Middle Creek, John Moore got both of his free throws.
McLean looking for a lane to drive as Robertson dumps it down low. Loose ball. Keys gets it to McLean. Rayshawn King with a good rebound, holding the ball tight to himself so it cannot be poked away. John Moore kicks it to Wilson, down low to Ray. Marvin Wilson spots up for the 3, off the mark. Loose ball. Quentin Ray with a good rebound. John Moore looked to drive, no go. Marvin Wilson with a shifty pass, no good.
Middle Creek really struggling to keep the ball in their possession.
Rayshawn King with a strong move to the basket, gets a foul called. Number 42, Nubian Span, his first. King's first shot off the mark, and we've spoken in broadcast past that Rayshawn King was in the running for the High School Rudy Award, and if you had not checked that out, Rayshawn just came away with the national runner-up for that award. So we're proud to say that he brought the runner-up back to Middle Creek and to himself. It's a great accomplishment for himself there.
We were all rooting for him.
And just a little shout out to the Middle Creek Digital Media Department. Go on the Rudy Award website and vote for Rayshawn's video, which was presented by the Middle Creek Digital Media Department. John Moore bringing it up the floor here. Rayshawn King down low to Quentin Ray. The mid-range jumper is good, nothing but net. Putting the Mustangs up 7 here with about 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Quentin Ray with some great defense on Robertson, not letting him get by. Quentin Ray looking to push the fast break. Kicks it to Wilson on the wing. 3 is up, off the mark. We saw those 2 quick threes by Wilson, but he's been kind of cold since. So yeah, he needs to come out in the second half and look to knock down some big shots. And a travel called on Panther Creek, turning the ball back over to the Mustangs.
Quentin Ray being one of those hard defending guys, he likes to fake people out a lot, especially with those interesting colored socks of his, those rainbow socks.
Another scoring update of the Tri-9. Green Hope leads Fuquay 33-11. I think we made the mistake on the last update saying that Fuquay was ahead, but indeed that was Green Hope ahead of Fuquay. Turnover by the Mustangs. Keys looks to push up the floor, and a foul, offensive foul called on Keys. Great awareness by Marvin Wilson to step in front of Keys, getting that offensive foul. And that's going to put 2 on Keys for the night. Marvin Wilson running the point guard.
Brendan Hooks, being one of those taller guys, can really get those passes in there.
And as you just saw, Hooks with a nice pass down low to Bobbitt for an easy layup. And ball out of bounds by Nate Otto, touched off his fingers.
It's very disappointing to see, really trying to get that ball and then having a foul called on you.
Timeout taken by Panther Creek. So here with about 2.5 minutes left to go in the half, Middle Creek leads the Catamounts 23-14. And we always go back to turnovers, but it's just such an easy thing to kind of cross your mind when you're playing such a hard game of basketball, that you really need to keep possession of the ball in order to execute the proper plays. Each team has their set of plays that they run each time down the court. So in order to execute those, you need to maintain possession of the ball and effectively run the offense and defense as well. That's where most of the turnovers is from great defense, not so much bad offense.
Right, and turnovers make a world of difference in the game. They can make or break a team's spirit when it comes to getting points in or losing points.
And as both teams break the huddle, Panther Creek will look to inbound under their own basket. Gallagher to Robertson for 3, and it's good. Robertson with 9 points on 3 shots so far tonight. Marvin Wilson calling his play for the Mustangs. Brandon Hooks down low to Quentin Ray. Hard pass to Otto, who gets it back out to Bobbitt. Slows things up. Bobbitt to Hooks, and a
hard block by Span.
Yes, a hard block by Span.
That's really surprising to see against such a Brandon Hooks, a really tall guy.
Yeah, Brandon looked kind of surprised after that. He's not used to getting blocked like that, being so tall.
I think everybody was surprised to see that block.
Yeah, you heard the oohs and the ahs of the crowd. So
yeah.
But not favoring a team. You always want to see a great dunk or a great block like that by anybody.
Good fundamentals, really.
Quentin Ray pulls up for a jumper.
Barely missed going in that room.
And a travel called in the corner. That is Nick Bennett just checking into the game. He got double teamed there in the corner, and really nothing you can do there. So Robertson bringing it up the floor here in the closing minutes of the first half. And a kick ball by Kamari Bobbitt. Panther Creek will take another inbounds play here. Down low to Keys for a good layup. Cutting the lead now to 4 for the Mustangs. Good. I really like that offense set up by the Mustangs with a high post put in at the foul line, because you can really get it into him, get the ball closer to the net, and as you just saw, a foul called, so it's a quick way to get fouls. And also, Panther Creek as well as Middle Creek, they're both running the 2-3 defense, so it gives you kind of an opening there. And with 10 team fouls for Panther Creek, Kamari Bobbitt will take on 2 shots. First shot is no good. Kind of rolled off the front of the rim, and I think it hit just about every part of the rim.
It did. That was very disappointing.
Except the net there. Bobbitt's second shot is up, and he corrected everything. Nothing but net.
One good free throw is better than none.
Absolutely, absolutely. Robertson to Shepard. Shot off. Bobbitt with a strong rebound, looks to push the offense. And a carry. He knows it. He knows it. He's frustrated there. He knows he should have passed the ball. As you see some friends and family over there talking to him, telling him to pass the ball.
Right. I think it was Nate Otto who was open for that pass.
I think he was in between decisions there. He wanted to pass, but didn't have the right angle. So Shepard with a floater off. Same team fighting for the ball. Great block by Brian Fitzgerald. Keith, I should say. Everyone knows him by Keith.
Middle Creek sure does have their fancy footwear when it comes to distracting the other team.
Foot and socks and everything. We got Quentin Ray out there with some rainbow socks on.
Rainbow socks.
And Keith Fitzgerald with some tacky highlighter shoes, and Kamari got some green and orange shoes on.
I actually do like the highlighter shoes. I really like them.
I like them. Yeah, Kamari sported some of the same exact shoes, but I'm good friends with Kamari, so I know how he is about shoes.
Just a little too much highlighter, I guess.
Quentin Ray takes it all the way down, kicks it out to Rayshawn King, and Ray gets it blocked as the final buzzer of the half goes off. Middle Creek leading Panther Creek by 3, 24-21. Great offense, great defense all around by both teams. It's going to be a great game here in the second half. So you're watching the Sports Block. We're going to come right back with some halftime stats. We'll be right back. back here about to start up the third quarter. Middle Creek once again is leading by 3 over Panther Creek. It's 24-21. You know, in the first half we had a lot of great defense, a lot of great offense. You know, some iffy times where each team would have their round of turnovers, but all in all, defense it's proved to be a very defensive game so far, and each team just needs to stick with the defense throughout the game, and everything will work out offensively.
Little scoring update for you. Cary is leading Lee County 33-25.
And as I mentioned earlier, Cary and Lee County kind of lower in their rank in the standings, so pretty even teams there. Lee County, from our last update, has seemed to come back a little bit, and you know, they're at the bottom of the list down there for the Tri-9 with no wins. So that'll be big for their team to have a win here in the later parts of the season, and try to boost the last couple games, you know, that they have.
Hopefully try and, you know, finish off a little bit higher in the rankings. It's pretty disappointing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's kind of too little too late for them, but you know, the best thing that they can do is just keep winning, like get on a winning streak, and they should be fine. So we're gonna start up the third quarter here with John Moore bringing it up the court. Crosses over. Marvin Wilson looks to drive, puts up a floater, and it's good. Robertson with the steal. Williams couldn't get the shot to go. Out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Catamounts.
Panther Creek having a lot of acrobatic shots lately. I don't know if it's just Middle Creek's strong defense or just, you know, how they play, but they're having a lot of acrobatic shots going on.
Robertson takes the 3, and it's good. Nothing but net. He's definitely the 3-point specialist for Panther Creek, and we've seen Wilson kind of get hot lately with the 3-point shots. Quentin Ray looks to penetrate. Nothing going there. Rayshawn King to penetrate. Denied.
A lot of good passing from Middle Creek, I can see. A lot of good ball play. You know, a lot of good teamwork over there. Trying to get around those Panther Creek defenses.
Brandon Hooks with the block. Marvin Wilson pushes the ball hard, pulls up for a jump shot. Shot off the mark. Rebounded by Spann. Robertson kicks to Gallagher. Thought about the shot. Robertson pulls up for 3. Shot's good. Timeout taken by Middle Creek.
I can see Panther Creek trying to get a lot of those 3 shots in, those 3-point shots in. Really trying to not so much, you know, get past Middle Creek's defenses, but, you know, take the offense into their initiative and make those threes.
Yeah, you know, David Robertson has proved tonight to be a very good 3-point shooter. So, you know, in the first half, Middle Creek kind of denied the middle to Panther Creek. So maybe in the half, the coach told him, you know, we've got the ability to shoot the outside shot. So let's pull up from there. You know, get a good open shot and take the 3. And you might want to put a heat check on Robertson. He's got 4 threes tonight. So
maybe put some pressure on him. You know, put two men on him.
Definitely need to step up the defense on him. Quentin Ray calls his play out. Rayshawn King posting up in the high post. Gets the ball. Jump shot by King off. Loose ball. Robertson with the rebound. Looks to push. Dumps down low. to Williams. Shot no good. Rayshawn King with the rebound.
I was surprised Robertson didn't go for that 3 a minute ago.
Wilson with the pull-up jumper, no good. Out of bounds. And John Moore tried to save it, but I don't really know what that was. He just kind of tried to throw it over his head, but hit off the back of the backboard and out of bounds on the Mustangs. Some full court pressure put on by Middle Creek. Robertson trapped by Moore.
Middle Creek really trying to get in their defenses, push hard against the court, you know.
Timeout taken by Panther Creek as they were just about to be guilty of a 10-second call. But good heads up by the coaching staff to call a timeout. And, you know, that's always been a call that I've kind of questioned watching basketball is, you know, great defense put on in the back half court. And, you know, a coach can just call a timeout, and it gives the team an extra 10 seconds. And, you know, I've always questioned why the remaining time should not be put on. So, you know, if they had 2 seconds left, why they don't have 2 more seconds to get across. It's kind of unfair to the defense for playing so hard. John Moore is going to look to get a 10-second call as he plays some good defense on Robertson. Robertson dumps it down to Shepard, who is wide open for a layup. The Mustangs need to get on that and mark up on the defensive end. So Panther Creek leads now by 4 with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
It seems that Middle Creek has really dropped their defense, try to go for more of an offense approach.
And a long pass could not be handled by Matt Wilson. He kind of fumbled it and tried to leave it for another teammate, but it hit off him and went out of bounds. So Middle Creek will get another try for some points. John Moore gets the ball from Quentin Ray. Moore passes to Otto, gets it back out to Moore. Fleming with a crisp pass to Otto. John Moore in the corner. Quentin Ray gets it to Otto. You know, Otto's one of our better three-point shooters, but we haven't really seen him shoot much in today's game. Bob it with a nice dump to Otto. Layup, strong layup off the backboard, and a loose ball foul called on Otto. His first. He kind of a questionable call there.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a very it seemed like he got the heat of that and not the Panther Creek player.
Well, I mean, both players were going after the ball, so you can't really call a foul on one single person. But
right.
I guess the refs seem to think otherwise. Shepard with a nice dump pass to Williams, but he unfortunately could not get the layup to go, and a foul called on the floor by Joseph Shepard, his second of the game. And it was actually a shooting foul. So Quentin Ray will take on 2 shots here. First shot off the front of the rim. That shot kind of scared me there. Didn't look like the arc of the shot was even gonna make it.
Yeah, he definitely has a more sharper arc than the other players.
It almost looked like he was gonna come out with an air ball, but and that shot is good.
Looks
so
like he corrected that arc just in time.
He fixed what he had to do and got the shot to fall. Now cutting the lead, but from Panther Creek to 3. So some Mustangs need to play some great defense and work down the court for maybe a 3, hopefully an easy bucket on the post. Gallagher passes to Robertson, who's been handling most of the point duties. Williams, guarded by Bobbitt, looks to penetrate. And Bobbitt, with some hard defense, gets called for a push on Williams. Marvin Wilson, Rayshawn King, and Brandon Hooks all sub in for the Mustangs. Bobbitt, Moore, and Fleming take a seat on the bench.
Seems like Coach Kushner really wanted his hard defenders to get in there, seeing Panther Creek, get some points up, as they just did, trying to get some more hard defenders in there and, put pressure on Panther Creek.
There's Nate Otto for 3, air ball. He, I saw him in warm-ups. He was knocking down some good shots, but he might have some in-game jitters he needs to get out. Shepard up for a jump shot, no good. Quentin Ray looks to run the court, goes all the way through, and gets a tough layup to go.
It was a good ball run by Quentin Ray.
Keys not comfortably fitting in the point guard, but he brings it up the floor. Robertson spots up for 3. That one is no good, so it breaks his 3-point streak that he had going. Double dribble called on Rayshawn King. He didn't like the call, but in fact it was a double dribble. Coach Kusher not happy with that. Another costly turnover for the Mustangs. Now down by 3. They certainly need to maintain the ball.
And like you said before, those turnovers can make or break a game for a team, and unfortunately for Middle Creek, that broke them a little bit.
Robertson passes to Gallagher. Gallagher takes a 3. It's no good. Rayshawn King behind the back, passes to Wilson. Gets it to the corner to Quentin Ray, puts up a shot, and he's fouled by Keys, who is questioning the call, but indeed it was a foul. That will mark 3 on the day for Keys. So it looks like Panther Creek's going to send in a sub for him. Quentin Ray on to take 2 shots. Nothing but net. First shot is good.
I love that sound. I love that sound.
Of the swish, yeah, it always sounds good.
Little scoring update. Athens Drive is leading Apex 19-12.
Wow, it's a great game over there between the Jaguars and the Cougars, 2 lioness creatures battling it out. We have Apex actually leading the conference and Athens in 3rd, so a big game over there. Quentin Ray thought about the 3, kicks it to Wilson, who will take the 3. No good. Rebounded by Ray. He's fouled and gets the bucket to go. Great ball movement on the fast break. Wilson unfortunately cannot get the shot to go, but Quentin Ray with a great heads-up play, getting under the basket, boxing out, getting the rebound, and putting up a good shot with the foul. So he will take on 1 shot. It's up and good.
Again, nothing but net.
Williams with a long pass. Gets it in the corner to McLean. Gets it back out to Robertson. He looks to drive, dumps it down to Williams. Loose ball, puts up a layup, no good. John Moore, 3-on-2. As a foul. Foul was on the floor. So the Mustangs will take an inbounds.
That call kind of sandbagged the Mustangs' team. Going down that court, getting towards net, kind of sandbagged them.
Great analogy there. As the inbound play goes to Rayshawn King for an easy, uncontested layup. That bucket puts the Mustangs up 3 here with about 15 seconds left in this 3rd quarter of play. Trey David holding the ball for what seems to be the last shot for the Catamounts. McLean, shot off the rim. John Moore with a long full court shot, and it's no good.
That was almost there.
Almost.
That would have been amazing if he had made that.
That would have really given the Mustangs some great momentum, hyping up the crowd. We got a good Creek Crazy section over there. Not really hearing much from them tonight, but they're here cheering on the team. So here at the end of 3 quarters of play, Middle Creek leads Panther Creek 36-33. So out of all 3 quarters, what do you see from both teams that they need to keep with and fix for this last quarter of play?
Well, I think I see a lot of good defense. Both teams seem to have rock hard defense. I think what both teams need to improve on is their offense. We have good 3-point shooters from each team. They need to step it up and make those threes, especially coming down to the last quarter, the last few minutes of the game. They both need as many points as they can, and it all depends on their offense and how they play it.
Yeah, we've seen Robertson out there for a quite good time. Just played the whole 3rd quarter. I didn't really take notice to how much time he played in the first half, but he's gotten a lot of minutes tonight. So he's real tired. And Panther Creek might be looking to get him the ball and knock down some big shots, as Trey David was just called for the walk as not even 2 seconds into the 4th quarter. The Mustangs retain the ball, looking to push their lead from 3. Wilson has the ball in the front court. He looks for a pass, gets it to Moore.
Middle Creek really trying to find a place to get that ball in. Panther Creek is putting up a hard defense.
Rayshawn King looks to penetrate, kicks it to Moore for 3, no good. Brandon Hooks with a big rebound, puts it up, no good. Rayshawn King with a reverse layup, and it's good. Big smile on Ray's face as he just came away with a big rebound, and Quentin Ray comes right back with a steal. And Robertson with some great defense. And both teams playing once again amazing defense here, as we've seen turnover after turnover.
Right.
Great contestant shot by King and Hooks. As the whistle stops play, John Moore traveled there in the front court. Not what he wanted. Some great momentum by both teams. And
some great turnovers too. I think a lot of good momentum, but a lot of turnovers. Each team really trying to get that ball in the net, just over and over again, turning it over.
And you hear and see the Creek Crazies over there trying to get in the head of Gallagher while he's throwing the ball in. There they are making noise as the Cameron Crazies of Duke do. As Williams slips on some moisture on the court. He pulls up for a jump shot, no good. Quentin Ray looking to drive down the court. Gives it to the post, and King, he looks to post up. Shot blocked. Rayshawn King dives on the floor, and a good timeout taken by Middle Creek to keep the ball with the Mustangs. Great awareness by Cunningham and Kushner over there.
Really, really knowing their stuff. Really, that's exactly what they needed to do to keep that ball.
Yeah, I know. It was going to be a jump ball called, and right now I can't see which way the possession arrow is pointing, but great anticipation of that by the coaching staff of Middle Creek, calling the timeout, and that will keep the ball with the Mustangs as they lead here by 5 now with about 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. So they will look to inbound here under the basket, and as of late we've seen some great post moves from King and Hooks, Fleming even down there on these inbounds, giving them a quick score and an easy bucket. There's a pass dumped down low.
Panther Creek really double teaming Rayshawn. I think they know that he was going to be a good 2-point shooter, so they're really trying to pack it on him.
And with that double team, they caused a jump ball, but the possession arrow was still pointed towards the Mustangs. Kamari Bobbitt sets a down screen for Wilson, trying to get open for that three. Quentin Ray, long pass to John Moore, who passes back out to Wilson. On to Quentin Ray. Kamari Bobbitt double teamed quickly. Good knowledge of giving it back out to John Moore.
Great teamwork by Moore.
I've seen some great passing here now. Marvin Wilson spots up for three, short.
Like you said, a lot of good passing from Middle Creek. I think they're really trying to find an open place between Panther Creek's defenses.
A loose ball foul called on Nate Fleming, his first of the game. So he's got some to afford that we don't want him to afford because of foul trouble and giving the Catamounts some easy free throws. As Gallagher takes a three, and they call a foul, a questionable foul. They called it after the shot was up, so you can't really call that a shooting foul as it was after the shot, but they in fact are going to call it a shooting a foul. So Gallagher will go to the stripe for three shots, and if he knocks all three of them down, it will cut their deficit to two. So certainly a questionable foul, one that Moore did not want to take.
A little scoring update. Green Hope 46-42 over Fuquay-Varina.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't have the power of reading those updates. We are getting them off an iPhone, off some tweets.
As great a technology as an iPhone is, we just do not have the power to read it as we talk.
Here at the Sports Block, we are advancing our technological processes to gather that information very quickly.
We have the technology, just not that much.
Gallagher spots up for three, no good. Wilson with the rebound. Thought about pushing it hard up the court, but slows it down, getting it to John Moore, who's going to take care of the point guard in this series. Dumps it to the high post and Ray. Marvin Wilson up high. Going to slow down the offense, try to run some time off the clock as Middle Creek has a 4-point lead here with about 4.5 minutes left in this game. Loose ball corralled by Williams. He looks to take it all the way up the court. Robertson with his jumper off the mark, but a good tip back was Span putting up a good rebounding and getting his tip to go back in.
Middle Creek is only leading by 2 now, so it seems that Panther Creek is really starting to get in there. Middle Creek hasn't scored any points for a little while now, so it seems like they may need to step it up on their defense.
Marvin Wilson hands the ball off to John Moore. Kamari Bobbitt calling for the ball down low. He's wide open, not sure why the Mustangs are bypassing that pass, so looking to run some time off the clock. And a timeout taken by Middle Creek. It's a full timeout, so we'll have a little break in the action here. We see Middle Creek only leading by 2. So, Panther Creek has come into this quarter certainly pushing the ball up the floor a whole lot better and effectively running their offense to get the needed points.
I think it's really worrying Middle Creek that Panther Creek is starting to come back and Middle Creek hasn't scored as many points as they would have, and it's really starting to get to them. They need to have a better defense, and I think this timeout was called because Coach Kushner really needs to tell them that, hey, we need a stronger defense, and we can't let Panther Creek score. We can't let them get ahead with just 3 3/4 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good timeout to take. The players on the court were probably a little bit gassed there, so just a little break for them, getting them back out on the floor now. They'll they do need to get scoring some points, as you said. Panther Creek, kind of outscoring them right now, but Middle Creek will look to put some points on the board and increase their lead as Quentin Ray to Rayshawn King gets an easy layup. We've seen a variety of points from Rayshawn King in that low post. As I said earlier, he's one of the smaller guys on the team playing a 4 guard, so a foul is now called on, I believe it's number 33, Brandon Hooks.
Middle Creek seems really disappointed with that call.
That's Hook's second foul of the game. Robertson for 3, no good.
I don't know if you saw that, but Rayshawn was again double teamed and he could not get through those 2 Panther Creek players. He really wanted to get that pass in, but he just could not do it.
A foul called on Rayshawn, his second also. So I believe 3 foul shots will be taken. First shot is no good. Second shot is up and good. Cutting the deficit for the Catamounts to 3 now. Third shot up and good. Cutting the Mustangs' lead to 2.
Again, Panther Creek really coming back.
Yeah, the Mustangs need to get some quick buckets in. We only got about 2 minutes left, 2.5 minutes left, so they need to be more aggressive on the boards now and get some easy points. And
maybe look to Rayshawn King or the other, 2-point hitters to get in there and get the basket in.
Yeah, Rayshawn has certainly been hitting the quality shots tonight. So David Robertson just picked up his 4th foul. Quentin Ray with the long pass to John Moore, checking himself, making sure he wasn't over the half-court line. Brandon Hooks out to John Moore, gets it to Rayshawn in the high post. Quentin Ray with a floater up, no good. Span with the rebound. Robertson pulls up for 3, no good. Span with the save. And an offensive foul called by Gallagher. Not a Quentin Ray and the coaching staff of Middle Creek did not like that call, as Gallagher, unfortunately, he did have the spot, so the offensive foul was called. And Keys gets a good layup, tying the game at 40 apiece for both Creeks. Here with 2 minutes left.
I think Middle Creek really needs to focus now. They've become tied with just a little over 2 minutes left in the game.
Scoring update for the Tri-9. Apex now leads Athens Drive at halftime. So turn of events there. Marvin Wilson's 3 is no good. as Williams saves his own out of bounds. Robertson looking to drive, and a foul called on Brandon Hooks. The refs are kind of getting a little whistle happy here in the final minutes.
I saw that. To me, that was questionable because it looks like Brandon Hooks, when he supposedly took that foul, it seemed that he was kind of backing off instead of actually.
He tried not to get the foul called, but he's gonna check out of the game with 3 fouls. And now you hear the Creek Crazies getting loud, try to disrupt Robertson on this free throw, as they do.
And it looks like it worked.
Quentin Ray running the fast break, takes it all the way down, and it's blocked by Gallagher, out of bounds by Middle Creek. Score is still tied at 40 apiece, as Middle Creek is going to run a full court press. Span gets it to Robertson, and a timeout called by Panther Creek, 30-second timeout. You know, it's great to see the Creek Crazies over there finally getting up and getting loud for their team. They've been sitting down the whole game, kind of quiet over there, but now when the game got interesting, they stood up, and with some of the cheerleaders' help, they kind of got some enthusiasm in them, and now are looking to help the Mustangs get the victory here.
And as we saw with that last free throw, they really do seem to help, making all that noise and trying to get the other team to screw up a little bit. It certainly helps out Middle Creek a lot, and we're glad to have the Creek Crazies.
With the break of the huddles, Panther Creek will inbound the ball here on our side of the floor, as Gallagher gets it to Keys. Robertson looking for a pass, guarded heavily by John Moore. Gets it to Keys, who hands it back to Robertson. Puts up a floater, and it's good. Putting the Catamounts up 2. And this is definitely the time for the Mustangs not to panic, not to do anything that'll cost them.
Definitely a time for them to focus and get their head in the game.
Timeout taken by Middle Creek to maybe draw up a play to push, maybe tie the game or get an open 3 for one of our shooters to put us up by 1 here, as you see with about 50 seconds left. And like I said, you can't panic, you can't act frantic in this situation. Unfortunately we're down, but it's only a 1-possession game, so even if we come and tie it up, that'll still give us an opportunity to play some good defense, create a turnover, and push down the court to get an easy 2 and put us up.
Yeah, I think Middle Creek is really going to utilize those 3-point shooters. Like, I think I'm going to expect Marvin Wilson to get a 3-point up there. He's always been for Middle Creek a hard 3-point shooter, and I'm going to look for him to get those 3 points as we go into the last minutes of the game.
Yeah, he took two threes in the beginning of the game that he knocked down, but as of late he has not been able to knock down any shots. But Marvin's the kind of kid that doesn't let things get to his head, so he'll if he gets the opportunity to take a 3, I'll look for him certainly to take the shot, because he's definitely a team player, so he'll do anything for the team to win.
If we can get him to make those 3s, and then Rayshawn King to make those rebounds.
Quentin Ray fights for the rebound and gets fouled by Keys. That's definitely the foul that the Mustangs need, as Quentin Ray is, you know what, never mind. I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say it.
Let's just see what he does and hope for the best.
So Quentin Ray will take 2 shots here, looking to tie the game up. His first shot is up and off. You see the frustration on his face. He definitely did not want to miss that, as now the Mustangs can only be put up a 1-point lead for the Catamounts. So Ray will look to drop this free throw in, and the other teammates of Middle Creek will look to get the rebound, as a second shot getting a friendly bounce, and it's good. Now it's only a 1-point game, and a timeout taken by Panther Creek. They didn't want the 5-second call on the inbound, so great.
Probably just looking to run the time down, trying to get Middle Creek not to score, since they just got that free throw, hopefully to lose their momentum a little bit, get Middle Creek to lose their momentum and get Panther Creek some good 3-point shots in.
And the last scoring update for the Cary-Lee County game. Cary defeats Lee County 62-50, so that will boost Cary's league standings now to 6-7, and breaks the tie as of now with Holly Springs and Panther Creek. All three teams were tied at 5-7. So with a win tonight from Panther Creek, that will tie them back up with Cary at 6-7, and what we hope for, a loss from Panther Creek, that will put Cary up in 4th place, and Holly Springs and Panther Creek tied at 5-8, assuming that Holly Springs loses tonight. If they win, that will there's kind of a 3-way tie there, so we'll just await the scoring updates and see what happens. As Gallagher inbounds to Robertson, guarded by Marvin Wilson. John Moore looking for a double team. Marvin trying to steal the ball away. Double team once again. Williams looks to go in. Quentin Ray with the quick foul.
Looked like Panther Creek is really trying to run down the clock. I saw a lot of opportunities for some of their players to make it 2, but unfortunately they're...
And that's the best thing to do.
Right.
Because of, if you put up a shot, it's off, then Middle Creek getting the rebound can go up. First shot is off. Certainly what the Mustangs needed, as John Moore pushes up the floor with 17 seconds. Quentin Ray puts up a shot off the mark. Quentin Ray with the rebound and gets fouled.
A lot of chanting going on from the Creek Crazies.
Yeah, they certainly came to life here in the last 2 minutes, which is with such a close game. You want the help of your student section to push you to the victory. So looks like some moisture, sweat on the floor. Quentin Ray getting down there in his rainbow socks, cleaning that up. Yeah. I can't get over those socks.
No, those rainbow socks, there's some cool stuff. You really have to have a teammate that's like that. You got to have some pizzazz, I guess, within the team.
I guess. So with that foul, Quentin Ray will go on to take 2 shots.
And these could be the 2 shots that Middle Creek needs to get in the lead.
Absolutely. You've got 11 seconds left. So a little confusion there. He will be taking 2 shots. But yes, he needs to knock down both, and then they need to play effective defense without fouling. His first shot is good, which ties the game up now at 42 apiece. And a timeout taken by the Mustangs, a odd timeout, I would say, kind of icing Quentin. Not sure what the timeout is for. Maybe to say, if he makes it, here's what we're gonna do. If he misses, here's what we're gonna do, kind of thing.
And with the game tied 42-42, the odds are in either team's favor. So they're really just trying to plan, like you said, if we make it, here's what we're going to do. If we miss it, here's what we're going to do. And they're going to have the best plan possible for whatever happens.
Yeah, and I look for Kushner to say, if it does go in, let's let's play maybe a three-quarter pickup. Well, let's see. I played basketball, so I know of that play. It's basically where teams, where it's basically just like a full court press, except you don't pick up at the full court. It's just a three-quarter court kind of thing, which prevents an easy foul that the Mustangs don't want. And then if Quentin misses, they need to pick up a man as soon as he misses and not foul. That's definitely what they don't want in any case, is to foul.
Because a foul at this time, especially at the rebound of the free throw, is really going to hurt them.
Quentin's second shot is no good. Robertson most likely going to man the ball here. He gets it to Gallagher. Stolen by Wilson. Loose ball. And the buzzer sounds. We are going to overtime here at Middle Creek. And I believe this is our first overtime on the sports block. We've had
this is exciting.
This marks a day in history on the sports block, our first overtime. And I always love overtimes in any sport, because it's certainly where it comes down to the wire.
It gets your heart beating. It's got my heart beating right now.
Absolutely. You can't afford any mistakes right now. So we're gonna take on 4 more minutes of basketball. If it's still tied, we're gonna take on 4 more minutes, and until we can decide a winner here at Middle Creek. As I said, this is a battle of the creeks here. Panther Creek and Middle Creek aren't known as very big rivals, but definitely a grudge match tonight, as they are tied now going into overtime.
I think that Middle Creek has definitely played a tough game. Panther Creek has played a tough game. Both have strong defenses. I think what it comes down to in this overtime is who can have control of the ball, who can get the ball and who can, get it as quickly to the net as possible, who can score the most points. That's all it comes down to in overtime is, who can score the most points.
A final score of the Apex game. Apex defeats Athens Drive 61-49. So that boosts Apex's record to 12-1 and Athens Drive to 8-4. So the jump ball is won by the Mustangs. And here you've got 4 minutes, so you're not looking to do anything fast, nothing out of the ordinary. You just need to work the ball as they've been working it all night. Great pass to Hooks as he wanted to dunk the ball, but a foul called on Panther Creek.
We've got Brandon Hooks now putting up for some free throws.
The foul was on Gallagher, his 3rd foul. First shot is good by Brandon Hooks. Second shot is also good. And that's definitely an advantage for a team when you can have a big man like that knock down some good free throws.
It's definitely what the Mustangs needed at that point.
And Marvin Wilson with a steal takes it down, and a foul on that layup as Marvin Wilson took a hard tumble to the floor. He got up right away. He seems to be all right. And that's Chris Keys with his 5th foul, so he is fouled out of the game. Marvin Wilson looks to be in some pain. He fell on his derriere there, down there on the end of the court. So
hopefully that won't affect the free throws.
Yeah, he's kind of grimacing down there, so I don't know how that's going to affect him here. Marvin Wilson's first shot is up and good. Getting the friendly shooter touch. Wilson's second shot is in and out. The old toilet bowl shot.
Very, very disappointing.
Still, Middle Creek leads by 3. As Spann gets it down low, wide open, uncontested for a 2-pointer.
Middle Creek cannot let their defense drop at this point.
John Moore getting it to Brandon Hooks. Ray in the high post. Excellent ball movement by Middle Creek as Ray looks to drive, putting up a layup, and it's good. Once again, a 3-point lead by the Mustangs as Robertson kicks it to Gallagher. Back to Robertson, guarded by Wilson. And Spann was guarded by Wilson there. Great defense by him. Robertson looking for something to call up with the offense as he dumps it to Spann in the high post. Gallagher to Shepard. Loose ball. Kamari Bobbitt gets the ball.
Nice ball play by Middle Creek. A lot of good defense there. Great defense.
Great defense by the Mustangs as Kushner tells Moore to slow up and just let the time expire off the clock. If Panther Creek's not gonna do anything, John Moore can just sit out there and dribble all he wants.
Kushner really knowing his basketball, really knowing what he needs to do for his team, and just a great coach.
And this is all that the Mustangs need to do is run the time down. And it looks like the Panther Creek coach is now telling them to guard ball. Quentin Ray looking to penetrate. Loose ball, gets it back. John Moore guarded by Spann.
Panther Creek really putting on the defense after that, after that rundown time by Middle Creek. Now they're trying to actually go hard on their defense.
A foul called on number 42, Nubian Spann, his third of the game. Now with about a minute left, John Moore can push the lead to 5 with these 2 shots. First shot is good. Giving the Mustangs a 4-point lead with this shot pushing it to 5. Shot is up, no good. So with a 4-point lead and a minute left, Panther Creek takes a timeout. Probably gonna set up an offensive play.
Definitely try and get some points up on the board.
But unfortunately for the Catamounts, it is a 2-possession game. But a minute is definitely a while in basketball. So, they can't hang their heads yet, and neither can the Mustangs. They can't get too proud of the lead as of yet. With a minute, there can be 9, 10, 11 possessions within a minute. So
a lot of things can happen. We can't take that there's just a minute and say that so and so team's going to win. Anything can happen, and Panther Creek could put some points up on the board with this minute.
And we always go back to David Robertson being the 3-point specialist of the Catamounts, but he's been kind of cold, and the Mustangs have played effective defense on him, not allowing him to shoot the three as he likes, and he's the kind of player that I assume grows accustomed to the three and kind of makes it his thing. He's the point guard for Panther Creek. We've seen him drive a couple times, but his main shot is the three-pointer. So you'll still need to guard him and make sure he doesn't get a three off.
Definitely be looking to him to make points up on the board with those three shots.
And Span gets it up high. Quentin Ray with the steal. Bobbitt trapped down low. Hits a cutting Brandon Hooks, who gets it stolen by Shepard, who slows up. Great defense by Wilson, who gets called for the foul. Not a great call by the refs. Wilson had both hands up and blocked the pass, and they called a foul. So
very disappointing for
me. Very disappointing. But fortunately, it's Wilson's only his second foul of the game, so he shouldn't be worried about anything right now. Shepard's first shot gets a very generous bounce, hitting
very lucky
the back of the rim, and I think it hit the top of the backboard, front of the rim.
It was a weird shot,
and then went in. So let's see if he can impress us on this shot. And unfortunately, he does impress me, as he hits nothing but net. And now with 43 seconds left, Panther Creek cuts the deficit to 2. Nate Otto getting it into John Moore, and a quick foul taken by Joseph Shepard. Stopping the clock here, as John Moore will take 2 shots, as both teams are in the double bonus.
John Moore really probably going to get those 2 points back that Panther Creek stole from him.
First shot is off the front of the rim. Definitely something he didn't want to happen. He was hoping that first shot would knock down to give him a little leeway for the second. And the second shot rolls in. Marvin Wilson gathers the loose ball, pulls back, gets it to Moore, who crosses the timeline. Loose ball. Shepard comes away with it, and the whistle stops play, as not sure. Looks like a timeout taken by someone. I wasn't sure who called it. I think it was Panther Creek that called the timeout. With 30 seconds left, Mustangs lead by 3 now. With those 2 free throws, Moore was hoping to bank both of them to put them up by 4. Putting more pressure on Panther Creek. They've already got enough pressure on their shoulders trying to tie the game up now. With they either need to hit a big 3 or get a foul with the and one bucket. But there's only really only so much you can do in a basketball game. I think the best thing they can hope for right now is a 3 by either Robertson or Gallagher, who have proved to be the 3-point shooters for the Catamounts.
And all Middle Creek can really do is run down the time. There's only 29 seconds left in this game. If they can, keep that momentum and keep their defense up and keep that lead against Panther Creek, they very much might win this game.
Marvin Wilson denying Williams of the entry pass. Robertson double teamed by Quentin Ray, and that's a backcourt, just what the Mustangs needed. Great defense by Ray and Wilson applying the double team to Robertson, getting him to turn the ball over and getting a backcourt call called on him, which was definitely something the Mustangs needed. Now with 20 seconds left and a 3-point lead, I assume that Panther Creek will try to foul here and not let any time expire off the clock. Great pass by Bobbitt as Quentin Ray could not handle it. And a foul called on Panther Creek's. Not letting John Moore getting a pass down low, but stopping the clock with 11.6 seconds left. And
Middle Creek can really gain the lead on Panther Creek with only 11 seconds left. They might just get it.
John Moore once again on to take 2 shots, as the first one is good, as he will look to redeem himself on those last 2 free throws, as he cannot get one to go down. And I think with this, if this free throw goes in, it will seal the game up. And it does not, so still a 2-possession game with 10 seconds. Robertson's shot is off, and Williams with a foul on Otto, and I do believe that this game is over with, it's 2-possession game, 3 seconds.
Unless, Panther Creek can get 5 points over Middle Creek within 3 seconds.
I don't know, Austin. It's certainly a stretch, but Otto's a great shooter, so he will get the first one to go, putting the Mustangs up by 6. And now I can say that this game is signed, sealed, and delivered. Otto missing that shot, but it's not going to make a difference, as Middle Creek comes away with the victory tonight over Panther Creek, 51-46. Great win by Middle Creek. And we're going to take a quick break and come back to you with some post-game wrap-ups. We'll be right back. And we're back here with the final score of this game. Mustangs come out with the victory, 51-46 over the Catamounts of Panther Creek. The leading scorers tonight for the Mustangs, we had Rayshawn King with 14 points, Quentin Ray topping it out with 15 points, and Marvin Wilson with 10 points. So some great play by all 3 players. And on the Panther Creek side, we had Span with 6 points, Robertson with 13, and Keys with 9. So, those were the top 3 players on the Catamounts. And, their turnovers definitely seem to be the deciding factor, as we saw some in the late wraps of the game. And, it's just a great victory by the Mustangs, increasing their record in conference. And, with Apex's win, that boosts them up. So we're still in second place, but working our way up to to conference in first place. And, you know, that was just a great game tonight all around. So you're watching the Sports Block, and we'll come back to you next Tuesday as Middle Creek takes on Green Hope. We're out here.